Hey everybody, this is Neil, and I'm back with another unpacking or unwrapping, but in this case, I have already unwrapped it. Winter Offensive bonus pack number 12, one board, 14 A and B, and three scenarios. And as usual, all sales benefit the World War II Foundation, so be sure to pick up this pack to support Multi-Man Publishing and the World War II Foundation. Let's jump into it. Let's start with the map. 14A and 14B. Here's 14A. B is on the opposite side. It's basically the same. Lots of grain on this board with a stream and gully cutting down the center to a small pond or lake. And some paved roads intersecting, and then an interesting sort of X-shaped woods that's going to cut off any effective line of sight all the way across the board. The grain's going to do that anyway, but if the grain was out of season and that X-shaped woods weren't there, you'd have a lot of line of sight across the board. And then there's a smattering of wood and stone buildings and a few orchard hexes and a raised road here on this side of the board, this corner of the board. It looks like it would typically represent some European theater terrain, but you could probably adapt this to just about anything except North African desert, obviously, type of scenarios. So that's it, board 14A and B. Let's jump into the three scenarios real quick. Now, the first scenario is on the back of the cover sheet. And it is Dampierre Destruction in Dampierre, France. I may be pronouncing that wrong. In September 44. It's free French versus German, 4.5 turns, a short one on board 14A, which is in all three scenarios, and 11B in this scenario. And it looks like it has a good order of battle, a mixture of tanks and infantry, and some light anti-tank weapons like Panzerschrecks and bazookas, and an anti-tank gun. Over on the right here, we have Winter Offensive 37, the Vital Hours. This is an Operation Market Garden scenario west of Arnhem in the Netherlands. 5.5 turns on the same board 14A, British versus Germans, and a little bit smaller orders of battle. No AFVs, but there is, it looks like, an armored car and a jeep and an artillery piece and anti-aircraft, and again some infantry. And it's the British, so there's some a couple Piats in the order of battle as well. And then on the back, the final scenario is 3 bars of chocolate, longer scenario, 7.5 turns on board 14A, but a smaller order of battle when compared to the first two scenarios, but a longer scenario with some turns involving reinforcements coming in, primarily tanks coming in. This is November 44, takes place in Germany between the Americans and the Germans. And it looks like some of the tanks, at least the American tanks, come in based on a special scenario rule 4. Let's see, let me read it real quick. All AFVs of the 40th Tank Battalion enter on turn 4 along the west edge following a reinforcement die roll less than equal to 3. Otherwise, they enter on turn 5. Okay, so it's a variable reinforcement special scenario rule for the American tanks that come in. So that's it. 3 scenarios, 1 map. Winter Offensive bonus pack number 12. The next unwrapping or unboxing, whatever you want to call it, I plan on doing is going to be, as I mentioned in the previous video, the Steelworks by Lone Canuck Publishing. I'm just waiting for that to show up. And then the next AAR that we're going to be working on is a scenario from Advancing Fire's historical module, Piazza Ridge, which involves and details the fighting in Sicily, the American invasion of Sicily. So that should be fun. That's going to be 2-3 weeks out. There's some timing issues we're working through to get that play in. And then we'll have the AAR shortly after that. But that looks like that'll be a fun one. So we'll see you on the next unwrapping and or the next AAR. Please subscribe. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. Or you can email me if you go to my channel's About Me. It'll show you, you can reveal my quote unquote business email. This really isn't a business, but you can email me any feedback anytime you want. So I look forward to that. Until then, roll low.